SpaceX launches first astronaut.
Jeffrey Epstein accused of sexual assault to multiple minors.
How deadly is coronavirus? And can it be contained?
The first case of COVID-19 reported in the United States.
Donald Trump impeachment trials begins.
Trump acquitted of 2 impeachment charges in near party line vote.
Trump signals impatience as coronavirus cases surge.
Coronavirus live updates. 4 more die in Seattle area, bringing U.S. death toll to 6.
I can't believe 2019 is almost over.
Personally, I feel like 2020 will be my year.
Me too. 2019 has been hard for me, but in 2020, I'm focusing on promoting self-care and wellness. I want to take better care of myself and inspire those around me to do the same.
I think I want to open my own business, finally. I want it to be a little bookstore with a cafe you can get coffee and pastries from, someplace you can get away from your home lives and escape to a chill environment.
No way. That's awesome.
That would be amazing. When do you want to get it started up?
I feel like April would be the best time, or late March. Spring is always a promising time.
Nice.
I want to adventure more, do things I haven't done before.
I love that. Do you have any travel plans?
Yeah, I want to go to Rome because I always wanted to go to Italy, Beijing, London, and Paris. I really want to focus on going abroad this year to enhance my artistic studies.
It sounds like your year's going to be completely jam-packed.
I know. I want to use my graphic design skills and start working on architecture. I think I would be a great set designer for skyscrapers and urban cities.
Well, dude, now's the time. Hollywood and Broadway need more graphics designers. You'll be bringing in the big bucks if you do that.
God, I feel like 2019 has been meant for me, you know what I mean? But 2020 will be my year. I just know it. Jen and I are going to be moving in together soon, and hopefully we can get to the next level.
Oh, I'm so happy for you guys. I have faith in y'all.
That's amazing. I love that for you guys.
Are there gonna be wedding bells?
Maybe. But I have come to believe there will be, because I have a feeling 2020 will be my year.
I do too. I'm not usually really into politics, but I think that 2020 election will be the defining factor of 2020. The world is already crazy. I think that if we all do our part, we can make it better than when we found it.
Well said.
A toast to 2020.
To 2020! Cheers. Cheers. So, honey, how was school today?
It was fine, I guess.
You don't sound fine. What's going on?
Well, we were learning about this recent BLM protest this year. Then this stupid kid at my school said the protest for BLM was silly.
Well, he does have a point.
What do you mean?
Haven't you seen the news? All the rioting and looting happening across the country?
I mean, I'm happy that young people are fighting for what they believe in, but they just need to do it safely and respectfully.
I do agree. I don't see how destroying buildings is going to incite any change.
Change has to start somewhere. How do you think all great revolutions started?
This is not a revolution. This is anarchy.
Whatever, Mom.
Is he out yet?
What you mean out? He ain't hardly got in there good yet.
What was you doing all that yelling for if I can't even get in there yet? Should I come in today?
They said Saturday. And this is just Friday. And I hopes to God you ain't going to get up here first thing this morning and start talking to me about no money. Because I about don't want to hear it.
Something the matter with you this morning?
No, I'm just sleepy as a devil. What kind of eggs you want?
Not scrambled. Paper come? Set off another bomb yesterday.
Did they?
What's the matter with you?
Ain't nothing the matter with me. And don't you keep asking me that this morning.
Ain't nobody bothering you. Say, Colonel McCormick is sick.
Is he now? Poor thing.
Oh, me. Now, what is that boy doing in this bathroom all this time? He's just gonna have to get up earlier. I can't be late to work on account of him fooling around in there.
It ain't his fault that he can't go to bed no earlier nights because he got a bunch of good-for-nothing, crazy clowns sitting up, running their mouths in what is supposed to be his room after 10 o'clock at night.
That's what you're mad about, ain't it? The things I want to talk about with my friends just couldn't be more important in your mind, could they?
Why do you always gotta smoke before you eat in the morning?
Look at him down there, running and racing to work. You look young this morning, baby.
Yeah?
Just for a second, straighten the bangs. Just for a second it was. You looked real young again. It's gone now. You look like yourself again.
Man, if you don't shut up and leave me alone.
First thing a man ought to learn in life is not to make love to no colored woman first thing in the morning. Y'all are some evil people at 8 o'clock in the morning.
U.S. fatalities top 40,000. Nursing homes hit hard as death tolls soar.
Michael Cohen released from prison as prisoners face mounting coronavirus risk.
George Floyd protests in Minneapolis. Police used tear gas, smoke grenades, more than 24 arrested.
Australia's summer bushfire smoke killed 445 and put thousands in the hospital.
At least 81 people died after the suspected Boko Haram attack.
Lebanon protests reignite as currency plunges on the black market.
Trump calls protesters thugs, despite peaceful demonstrations in Tulsa and much of the U.S.
Are you all going to the protest tomorrow after school?
What protest?
Only like the most important thing in my lifetime. I would think you of all people at this school would know.
Oh, right. There's been a lot on my mind. I haven't really been doing anything lately.
You forgot. Angelica, how could you forget something like that?
Well, I'm obviously not going to focus on one thing only. I had other things in mind.
Like what? Shopping?
No. Well, protests aren't really my thing. You're the one organizing it.
Angelica, your rich privilege is showing. It must be nice not to have to worry. Not a day goes by where I don't wonder if I'll make it to college because a cop might accidentally think I'm a criminal.
What? That's not what I meant. It's not that I don't care about the protest. It's just I don't know much about it. I've already told you this. I was homeschooled up until now. Of course, I'm not going to understand things.
Well, if you had asked questions, I could have answered them.
I know, but I didn't want to bother you. I know how passionate you are about this topic, and honestly, I felt kind of bad that I was just in the back doing nothing.
Well, next time, please ask. We always need more hands on deck. And I'm sure you will love organizing and helping. And Miss Robinson will love to see you in her room. She's always talking about wanting more participants.
I miss Miss Robinson. I really appreciate her for taking you under her wing when nobody wanted to sponsor your club. It really shows how much things need to change around here.
Yeah. At that time, I thought Black students were all alone at this school. So when she reached out, I knew I couldn't give up. And she said she's reminded of her younger self when she sees me. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
I really do hope when I'm her age, Black people aren't still dying for simply existing.
I hope so too. I'm sure all of our efforts as a community one day will come through. But for now, we have to continue to keep on fighting.
What the hell?
Oops, you caught us off guard. Will doesn't like for his dirty laundry to be aired.
Ooh, spill.
Nothing much. Stuff with his dad, our kids.
Kids? Girl, you pregnant?
Not if my pills working.
Oh, you want you to go off birth control?
Something like that.
And you don't want any more kids.
I'd love to give Kiki a baby brother and sister. Several even.
So what's the problem?
This country.
You'll be waiting several lifetimes for that to change.
Not if
what?
Will doesn't have a relationship with his father, and I think it's affecting the way he parents.
Whoa, I thought you said he's an amazing dad.
He is. Father and husband.
But
sometimes I feel like his passion for us is more about spiting his father than sincere intention.
Yeah.
He's a good man. I trust him. I love him. I just wish his devotion for us didn't feel like a notch on his belt. Like he's winning some competition against his father. I'd rather he make some mistakes. Do some things wrong.
There's plenty wrong I could say he's doing.
Your bickering notwithstanding. He rarely complains. He's always smiling, making sure everything's perfect. Always making sure we say and do the right things in front of the right people. Which is to say all people.
So he's full of shit.
Claire, we don't badmouth my husband in his home.
You're the one complaining about him?
Not complaining, just concerned.
I would be delighted to change the subject from your husband.
I'm sorry. How are you feeling?
9 weeks and 6 days ago, a cop shot my husband. I'm feeling shitty, Ruby.
Me too, sis.
Your husband isn't dead.
I know. We had him mourn James for more than 2 minutes, and those school kids get shot up by some pint-sized psycho with a broken heart and a father who quail hunts.
Rob me of my story. Is that insensitive?
Are you really asking?
No, I don't care. My husband's dead.
How many more husbands and wives and children do we have to lose before Congress or anybody steps up to control these guns?
A cop's gun, Ruby. That's my story. It's not just any gun.
Yes, in your case, a cop's gun. But we need change everywhere, Claire. I'm not bringing another kid into this world where he might get shot up in his second grade classroom.
Trump calls Black Lives Matter a symbol of hate as he digs in on race.
Whole Foods punishes workers for Black Lives Matter mask.
Glee actress Naya Rivera is presumed dead after disappearing at a lake in California.
Coronavirus. UK puts US on travel ban list due to COVID-19 surge.
CPS will be all remote to start school.
Near Kenosha, police shooting victim Jacob Blake handcuffed to hospital bed.
Who is Kyle Rittenhouse and what happened in the Kenosha shootings?
Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, champion of gender equality, dies at 87.
As more schools offer in-person options, what happens to the people that stay virtual?
First presidential debate. Key takeaways from the messy clash between Trump and Biden.
AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine study put on hold due to suspected adverse reaction in participant in the UK.
Why won't you guys let me attend the protest?
Think about all the violence we saw on TV.
It wasn't the protesters. They're all protesting peacefully. The police started the violence. I'm doing it to support my friend, for myself and us. You don't think that's what's happening applies to us? Then you're out of your mind.
I forbid you to leave this house.
Then I hope you can live with yourself being on the wrong side of history.
I know you a busy little boy.
Walter, please.
I know ain't nothing in this world as busy as you colored college boys with your fraternity pins and white shoes.
Oh, Walter Lee.
I see you all the time with the books tucked into your arms, going to your classes. And for what? What the hell are you learning over there? Filling up your heads with the sociology and psychology, but they teach you how to be a man, how to take over and run the world? They teach you how to run a rubber plantation or a steel mill? Nah, just talk proper and read books and wear them faggoty-looking white shoes.
You're all whacked up with bitterness, man.
And you, ain't you bitter, man? Ain't you just about had it yet? Don't you see no stars gleaming that you can't reach out and grab? You happy? You contented son of a bitch. You happy? You happy? You got it made? Bitter. Man, I'm a volcano. Bitter. Here I am, a giant surrounded by ants. Ants who can't even understand what it is the giant is talking about.
Oh, Walter, ain't you with nobody?
No, because ain't nobody with me. Not even my own mother.
Walter! That's a terrible thing to say.
Hey. Well, hey. You look great.
Thanks.
What's the matter with your head?
I cut it off, brother.
Well, I'll be damned. That's what they mean by the African bush.
Haha. Let's go, George.
You know something? I like it. It's sharp. I mean, it really is.
Yes, I think so too.
Oh no, you leave yours alone, baby. You might just turn out to have a pin-shaped head or something.
See you later.
Have a nice time.
Thanks. Good night. Good night, Prometheus.
Who is Prometheus?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
See, they get to a point where they can't insult you man to man. They gotta go and talk about something ain't nobody never heard of.
How do you know it was an insult? Maybe Prometheus is a nice fellow.
Prometheus. I bet there ain't even no such thing. I bet that simple-minded clown...
Walter!
Don't start!
Start what?
You're nagging. Where was I? Who was I with? How much money did I spend?
Walter Lee, why don't we just try and talk about it?
I've been out talking to people who understand me. People who care about the things I got on my mind.
I guess that means people like Willie Harris.
Yes. People like Willie Harris.
Why don't you all just hurry up and go into the banking business and stop talking about it?
Why? You want to know why? Because we all tied up in a race of people who don't know how to do nothing but moan, pray, and have babies.
Oh, Walter. Honey, why can't you stop fighting me?
Who's fighting you? Who even cares about you?
Well, I guess I might as well go on to bed. I don't know where we lost it, but we have. I'm sorry about this new baby, Walter. I guess I maybe better go on and do what I started. I guess I just didn't realize how bad things was with us. I guess I just didn't realize. You want some hot milk?
Hot milk?
Yes, hot milk.
Why hot milk?
No. Because after all that liquor you come home with, you ought to have something hot in your stomach.
I don't want no hot milk.
You want some coffee then?
No, I don't want no coffee. I don't want nothing hot to drink. Why are you always trying to give me something to eat?
What else can I give you, Walter Lee Younger?
Who do you think you are? Sneaking off to the protest after the conversation we done had. You are unbelievable, Angelica.
Oh, no, Mom. I didn't go to the protest. Look, I'm sorry. I think that, but actually...
You were on TV, Angelica.
Look, these protests are for lives. Black lives. Our lives. Why are you guys so rude about the whole situation? I swear you guys are feeding into the media.
Angelica, get back here right now.
How am I getting in trouble for standing up for something I believe in?
You talk to her. I'm done.
Angelica, you're not in trouble for that. You're in trouble because you left without our permission and put your life in danger.
Okay, but...
Angelica, please do not interrupt me. Proud of you.
You can't be serious.
Huh? Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not being sarcastic. Angelica, it's great that you stood up for what you believe in no matter what, but you're not 18. You're 17, and you put your life in danger out there.
But I was being safe.
Angelica, stop your father.
Mom, I always listen to him.
Angelica, it doesn't matter how safe you are out there. Those cops have it in for you guys. It wouldn't matter if you just went to stand around, Angelica. Your life was still in danger because these cops don't care.
It was peaceful until they came.
Angelica, no matter what, you always have to listen to them and do what they say.
Dad, that's not fair. Why are they out there calling us all a bunch of names when they're the issue, not us?
Angelica, don't you see how ugly the city is turning because of these protests?
It's a city, Mom. It's all materials. You're worried about a city that's going to be fine, but don't think about the lives that we keep losing?
You might have a point, but...
I have a point. You guys just can't accept the fact that both of you guys are grown and are wrong.
Angelica, we just want you to understand that what you did was wrong. You were fighting for what you believe in, but you put your life in danger and went out even after your mom had forbidden you to go. You're still a minor, and you can't be leaving the house whenever you want to.
Okay, then. I get that. I did, and I should have listened to Mom. But I want you guys to understand what I'm saying here. You guys need to recognize our privilege that we have here. Please. You guys can't keep thinking like that. We want change. There needs to be a change for our futures.
Trump tests positive for COVID.
Biden vows to pass LGBTQ rights legislation in first 100 days.
A fly landed on Mike Pence's head during the vice presidential debate for 2 minutes.
Nigeria's youth finds its voice with the End SARS protest movement.
Kamala Harris makes history as first woman and woman of color as vice president.
Brendan Bernard is executed after Supreme Court denies delay for execution.
One of the most beautiful voices. Broadway star Rebecca Luker dies at 59.
How one Trump-loving governor totally shuts down the president's voter frauds claims.
Hey, you guys, how are you?
Hey.
Hello. I see we have another person popping in here. Let me just get them in.
Hi.
Hello. How are we doing? It's finally New Year's again.
Sorry we weren't able to set much up until now. It's been really hard with COVID and everything. And I also know that Brenda can't make it today.
In other news, Jenny and I are no longer together. It just didn't work out. Yeah, we just broke up.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. We just learned from spending so much time with each other that we weren't suited for each other.
Yeah, I've heard that the amount of breakups and divorces have really skyrocketed since the pandemic started. Listen, if there's anything you need, I'm right here for you. You only live 20 minutes away from me, so you're in my circle.
Actually, have you heard the news? It's technically illegal for people to leave their zip codes. You could get fined.
Are you kidding me? Ugh, I'm so sorry.
How are the rest of you, though?
Well, this might be surprising, but I had COVID.
No way.
What?
Oh my god, are you all right now?
Well, not exactly. I'm just getting over it right now. Actually, my chest was tighter than a bear hug, and I really struggled to breathe, and my throat was really swollen, and I could barely talk.
Did you lose your sense of smell or taste?
Actually, no, that didn't go away from me. If anything, I actually had extreme taste and smell. My senses were really heightened, and I became super sensitive to different things that I ate, especially fruit. Yeah, it was very, very weird.
That is very weird. It's so interesting how it affects different people.
Yeah, both my parents tested positive for it, and they had completely different symptoms than I did. For my mom, she got some slight headaches, but her muscles were really sore. And for my dad, he got a terrible fever, but he actually couldn't smell or taste anything, which sucked. Especially when the holidays arrived, he couldn't taste any of the food my mom had prepared.
Where are you right now?
I'm stuck in Paris right now. Due to the travel ban, I haven't been home since February. It's been super scary to be alone without my family. I miss my parents. I have a roommate though, and he's really nice and supportive though.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That must be so rough struggling away from your friends and family.
Has anyone else tested positive for COVID?
No, but have you seen those Karens in the grocery store who refuse to wear a mask? They're literally germ magnets.
Okay, but for real though, both of your parents are very much Karens.
I know. Both my parents refuse to go to Whole Foods or Mariano's because it's mandatory to wear a mask. I don't even want to go shopping with my uncle anymore either. He said to a cashier that was 6 feet apart that she was a disgrace and threw a yogurt container at her.
Wait, didn't you post that on TikTok?
Yeah, it was so stupid.
Dude, it's on YouTube. It's under compilation of most aggressive male Karens.
I love how this meme is now a way of life. It's crazy how a concept like that can be developed into a label for a person.
Well, that's the power of social media for you, particularly TikTok, which is also seriously skyrocketed in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surprising how someone can just become recognized worldwide through the use of social media.
It's 2020, nothing's really surprising anymore.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel pretty numb about things. I feel like we've undergone so much, I've just ran out of emotional stamina.
Hey, everybody, just so you know that the reason that Brenda can't make it today is because she lost her business right as it started, so she's still dealing with all that stuff.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was awful. But I know she's doing, like, okay. She had to move in with her parents. That's kind of like sort of the same for me. Even though I was a victim to the pandemic, I was still with someone to watch over and care for me. I've become more grateful for everything that I have.
So true. I've been learning to appreciate what I have at my house, and I've been able to build new life skills and beauty routines. I feel so lucky to have this in my life. And I know for a lot of people that isn't the case.
I think it's safe to say that we all have something to feel grateful towards. I know that the Black Lives Matter movement has really helped me reflect on who I am as a person of color and how I need to prove that I need to use my voice and advocate for our relevance as well.
That was beautifully said. I don't have the same experience as you do, and I recognize that I have a lot of privilege, but you're like my brother, and I'll always love you and be an ally to you. And that should go for everyone in this meeting.
I completely agree. As well as you guys, you don't have to wait for a crisis to speak up. As human beings whose society is built around living in a democracy, it is our responsibility to use our voices, especially to advocate for people of color. This year has sucked so much, and I know that we can't change the past, but we can certainly make the world better than before.
When the pandemic is over, we will feel more safe and comfortable going out to more places like the movie theaters, and we will also hang out more with our friends and feel safe while doing so.
When the pandemic is over, we will have changed, become more aware, and be happy to be with friends and family again.
I believe after this pandemic, everything will pretty much go back to normal. We will be a better version of ourselves, a happier version. We'll be able to dine in.
After the pandemic, I feel like it's going to be weird because we've created all of these different systems to help ourselves stay afloat during the pandemic. And it's going to be weird not having to do those anymore and like having to go out and talk, etc.
When COVID is finally over, I can't wait to enjoy plays and musical on stage and interact with actors on stage and be with them on stage together instead of doing it virtually.
When COVID is over, I can take strides to become more involved in my community.
When this pandemic is over, I hope people can be more empathetic towards each other. I think instead of trying to speak over people and ignore what they're saying because you want to say something, I think we should just listen to each other. Yeah, empathy is really important.
When the pandemic ends, we will be able to go to the way things were before. However, because we had things taken away from us, we will now have a new sense of appreciation for the things that we lost. And hopefully one day we'll stop taking things for granted and learn to be more grateful for the things that we have.
When the pandemic is over, we will have a post-pandemic period similar to the 1920s, where people will attend more social events like parties and spend more money on things like leisure and entertainment. America will roar back to life just as it did after the Spanish flu pandemic.
When this is all over, we'll be free, and we'll be able to see the beauty in the things that were once normal to us.
When the pandemic is over, we will learn how to coexist again. We will learn how to be ourselves again. No more cloudy skies, and no more closed doors.